Culture chosen. Hittites. Ransack successful. One more turn on this, and we're going to put a third person in there. So if Burke does come back to try and stop us, he ain't going to be able to. Marvellous.
Over this way.
This would be an amazing area for the Harappans. Really flat. Loads of food production down here. Heck, if this is a peninsula, then this whole region just being in the capital might be a really nice idea.
No fear. All together.
We'll just go straight toe-to-toe fight with the deer. We should be able to win this just because we hit harder. Especially now that we are scouts. Ransack resets with adding units. Ah, okay, good to know. Thank you for that.
No fear.
Fun fact, Korejian is a volcano complex in each Java. Nice. Okay, so we're getting some decent influence and money from all of those. Did that reset? It did reset.
Charge.
Thank you for telling me. That would have been very, very annoying. Alright, you're going up here. You're going over this way.
Let's go.
And this is one hell of a production area. Good food locations from the rivers and the springs. Production along a river, in the forest, next to mountains. Heck yeah. Production central.
Let's go.
3 more turns until that one is done. We should start thinking about more outposts though, that's for sure.
No fear.
And I think this is probably going to be the next one that we set up. And there we go, Burke's area is ruined. Gosh, there is so much science here. Oh, there's more Burke. Science and Mercury. Science. 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 If I can control this whole region, I would be more than happy. This is a great area. What's that? Dyes. Industry. Oh, hello. Wouldn't mind having some of that. You're coming up from down that way. There are 3 of you, so you'd be able to fight Burke's people without too much of a problem.
Right.
Has Burke actually gone up yet? No. He's the only one. Olmecs. And we got a Ransack. Right, so we are going to set up a outpost for this region. So I am thinking probably somewhere between the transition points. We're going to have production that way, food production that way. Strategic resources, more science. Yeah, this is going to be a science district right here, I think. Let's put it here. 8 and 8. 20 influence. Let's get it going.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
Oh, too far away.
Off we go.
Let's just keep going this way. Oh, we got someone else. And Burke's also taken some damage here. Looks like nobody around likes him. But we've also met Purple, who are 7th. So we're next to 7th and 8th. Great. Science time! So, considering where we are, I think Calendar is pretty much just always the standard first choice. And then after that, we'll decide. Oh, right, we're getting science because we have, like, a person in Alshane, I guess. Because storytellers. Well, in that case, what I think I might do with this fellow is start heading home. I should probably begin an outpost in this. I think that outpost is going to go right here. Costs 20. Yeah, this game doesn't have builders, Buildmaster. Everything you build is from the city. I'll show you when we get a city up and running. These are still outposts. They don't really do anything special except claiming territory. One turn. I'll show you. Where do you think you're off to, buddy? Ah, you fought me this time.
And now you've
Good.
met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
Formidable or fortmidable? Right, let's move you up so we have the adjacency and then hit you from the top first of all. You are still a tribal. Oh dear.
For your family.
This is not going to end well for you, Burke. Frustrating people comparing this to another Civ clone. Apparently has mixed reviews on Steam. Yeah. With my experiences with Leviathan, I've kind of come to the conclusion that people who review on Steam are idiots.
No mercy. No fear.
Or rather, Steam reviews are idiots, not necessarily the people doing it. Okay, there we go. Took out another of Burke's people. There are more of them down here.
All together.
And you can't retreat anymore because you've already run away once. You didn't take that spot? Where are you?
Over this way.
There you are. Okay. Well, we're going to have to
All
attack up
together.
the hill, unfortunately. But there are three of you. Three of us versus one of you. So, you know.
Yes.
Move you there,
I'm on it.
move you there. And have you start the fun.
Charge.
And you can go in next.
Let's get it.
And that wins the fight. This is going to be incredibly costly for... Oh, they got another outpost over there. But we've killed two of their population and killed one of their outposts. He's going to struggle to recover from this.
Hey, you folks! Heartfelt greetings. Let us see if we can build a better world together.
Well, we got Quill next door again. Although this is militaristic Quill. This is Quill that's in playing as the Mycenaeans. And the Mycenaeans are a militaristic civilization. Interesting. Can you explain why you put the outpost there instead of the other spot? Do you mean... which one? The right one or the left one? Although this one hasn't arrived yet. Beware Quill's pacifism. The leftmost. So I put it here because I wanted it next to the two science nodes. This is Terra Rossa, which produces science, and this is Black Soil, which produces science. Although I am now noticing... oh, yeah. Outposts can't generate science, but cities can. And I wanted to make sure that my city was able to grab these two, which are scientific. I'm playing as the Babylonians. We are scientific. We're going to blitz down the science route. And then once the city here is built, I'm going to put one of Babylon's special buildings here, which can gather both science and also food. The one between the two rivers. I haven't put any outposts. Oh, this one. Right. Because there are... forgot about this one. Sorry about that. There are river springs here, here, and here, which this would grab from the very, very start. It is also between this river, so I can start building stuff there immediately, and then also these. I didn't want to put it right next to the mountain, because Maker's Quarters have a bonus to production when next to a mountain. So putting it here in the middle, I can go food, food, if I need to, and then production, 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 all the way around these mountains. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyone who's watched Quill 18 Let's Play a civil strategy game knows that he's a devout pacifist. Yep. Is this the new game after the last one's too easy? Yes. What? Oh, okay, that's more expensive now, so we're going to have to wait here a turn. We'll get it next turn, that's fine. And then you... So one difference that now being settled is going to make is the fact that I can't heal unless I'm in my own territory. I don't think it'll make a very big difference, but it is a difference. Oh no, here's a point. I'm not going to be able... I'm going to have to go all the way around the mountain to get to this river. That's just going to be a lot of Maker's Quarters. Like, this is just going to be one giant Maker's Quarter area. So that's fine. Although I'll probably go Maker's Quarter, so that I can get both the production and the food from these two. Do they even produce production? No, just food. I need to find a building that does food and production. Hamlets. Outside of hamlets. You may as well continue exploring, honestly.
You have built a first outpost, adding another territory to your empire. I know, you're hoping this is the beginning of something very, very big.
Okay, let's evolve this into a city. And there we go, we have now got the city of Babylon. And was I right in my calculations where Babylon actually collects science? Because it doesn't look that way. Why are you not collecting science, Babylon? Well, either way, once that deer gets out the way, we can put our... what is this building called? Astronomy house on top of this. That's going to collect the science from here, so that's going to unlock both of those. And it's going to count as a farmer's quarter, so we can start putting farms in all of this area. And start really working on our population growth. So right now I'm going to start you working on the pottery workshop for a turn, and then we're going to switch to the astronomy house once the deer has moved, hopefully. Unless I can just come in and kill it.
All together.
Doesn't look like it. Quill attacked me. Quill attacked me! Guys! It's being very, very hostile.
Off we go.
Yeah. And...
Come over here.
You start up there, because of course you do.
Follow me.
Gotta attack me, Quill. There you go. Thought you might try and do that. Now I do get the adjacency bonus because we have friendlies next to us. I think you've got it solved. Unfortunately, they can probably kill you on their turn.
Now.
Depending on how much damage we do here. I think that this might be a everyone dies situation. Oh, maybe not. I might lose one and they'll lose one. Fine.
Strike first. Strike hard.
Now I need to return home. And this is counting towards militarism points, so it's not all bad.
I have a proposition for you. I think you'll like it.
I'm going to attack you and then trade with you.
I must ruminate.
Is Lord Lambert in the game? Yep. We got Lambert here. Oh, hey Lambert, we actually have you in chat, but I'm actually playing against your persona as well. I downloaded it earlier. So we got Quill, Burke, Lambert, Shenrir, Havoc. There's two others, but I've forgotten who they are. Did I put Lionheart? No, I didn't think I'd put Lionheart in the end. No, it wasn't Lamardia. Cringer. And Marbazir. That was it. Thank you. Yes, there are 3 of the presets, Quill, Marbazir, and Burke. And then 4 of my fellow streamers. Shenrir, Cringer, Lambert. Me. Does that make the right number? 3 plus 4 is 7. No. It's 1 more. Including me. Havoc. I missed Havoc off that second time. Yes, Quill, I will trade with you. Stop killing my troops. No, I didn't put Spiff into this one. Alright, so here we go. Let's have... I really need to get home, but these narrow choke points are just being choked full. These deer and things like that. Move you up to here. Move you here. So we have you completely surrounded. You're going to start the attack. And you're going to go second. And you're going to finish it. No river crossings, no uphills. Beautiful. And then we would have the mammoth as well, but I don't think I'm really in a position to hit the mammoth. So mammoth, go over there, please. That'll do. And the deer's buggered off as well. Marvellous. Build me my astronomy house right there. And build it now. 20 turns. That's fine. We're going to bring in some new people. Like right now, in fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on you. Make sure you're selected and then click on disband units. We are going to disband you, making sure you're in the right territory. And if you disband a unit in your own territory, then they are added to the population of that city. So we are currently producing a little bit of food. Each population takes 8 food to maintain, so we can't recruit anyone else in this area. And then we're also producing some industry, which has just doubled the speed of building the astronomy house. So it's 10 turns instead of 20. And then once we have the astronomy house, that's going to be even more food income. We'll be able to expand outwards from there. And now we're actually getting some science going, which is good. Right. You never built your outpost. You're saying that that location would be good. That would not be good because there's production all the way around it, so I would want something that has a production adjacency buff in there, not the city centre. I will be... One thing I do kind of wish the developers would change is to make the main plaza and the city centre count as every other tile, so it has an adjacency to everything. Unfortunately it doesn't, which means that the city centre is a bit of a rubbish block. Going to start a new game tomorrow with a bunch of streamy people, but at the moment it's going to sleep. Yeah, no worries, Lambert. Sleep well. Some things you might like to know. Football Manager 22, shortly after I launch, will have women's legs. Yeah, I heard about that, which is awesome. Very, very happy that they're finally adding women to Football Manager. Hail, it's about time. You'd like the centre to exploit every resource. Well, no, yes, because I think it's a bit weird that they can't exploit the science, which is next door. But I'd also like them to behave... So you can see here, special effects of the astronomy house counts as farmer's quarter, counts as research quarter, which means that it counts for those adjacencies. So if you have the astronomy house next to a farmer's quarter, you get the adjacency bonus. I wish that the town centre counted as every quarter type, so you could put it anywhere and get those adjacencies. Just remembered Mordred had issues with scouting. I did. I really didn't like this latest Football Manager. I hope they're changing things. The latest Football Manager was garbage. What I don't like is you attack a barbarian camp, you gain the city and you can't downgrade it. Yep. I was actually thinking, like, I'd really like to do the One City Challenge. It is one of the achievements which can get you traits and things in this. But with the fact that you can't just destroy cities that you capture, particularly the barbarian ones, it would be basically impossible to do. Because you would have to capture it before you can ransack it and destroy the city. Meaning that one city challenges are effectively impossible because you will always take control of that barbarian city. Unless you just station a permanent garrison next to it. I think they removed science exploitation due to game balance. I mean, I can kind of see that, but seeing as the main plaza itself generates science, I think it's a little bit weird that it can't collect it. And also, there's like part of the reason why I wanted to build it here. I mean, it's a really good thing that we got the Babylonians, because it means I can actually use the science that we have here. You are going to rest until healed. You are going to do the same. You are going to build an outpost somewhere. I mean, here isn't a bad place. 8-8. 8-8's fine. There we go. So all of the places which are adjacent to Babylon right now are already being claimed. I need to wait until we can attach these to Babylon before I can do anything else. And you guys want to go here and then also just join the...
A city means shelter for those who need it. A place to store food. Pens for the pigs. It may not be glorious, but it beats sleeping under trees.
Okay, so Arkamar can probably connect to Babylon. Next turn. Oh, that's fine. I can wait a turn. Okay, so Babylon just connected to Arkamar. We gained another population for that, which we're going to put onto industry so we can get the astronomer's house built more quickly. So now that these are two connected, we now have a location which can produce a ton of production as we develop this area out, and then a place that can do science and food. And if we move over here, we'll probably make Babylon mostly food production, science production, and then food production from Karakar along the river. We'll turn that into farmers' quarters. The other question that Buildmaster you had earlier about how you get resources. So there are 3 different types of resources effectively in the game. The first one is like the general city resources: food, industry, money, and science. You get those by building the relevant district. So for example, Farmer's Quarter will get you food. Whenever you build a district, you get the resources from every terrain or territory around that district as well, if that district harvests it. So if we place it here, we'll get food from here, from here, from here, and from here, if those locations generate food normally. And you can see it updating as we move the district around into the different locations. So these locations don't actually generate any food, they are just production. So putting a farm next to those, pointless. However, if we want production, and we go down to still Babylon. Units getting in the way, and we go to the Maker's Quarter, we can see that we're going to get a lot of production if we place our production building here. But because the Maker's Quarter only collects production, you can see that from the resource exploitation line just there. It will lose out on the food, which is directly underneath. So this is a river spring. River springs generate extra food, so you kind of want to have something food generating here. Or better yet, something which can get food and production, so that you can get the adjacencies when we start building all the production down the rivers here. Then the second type of resource are luxury resources. Those are things like the dyes, which we found over here. You exploit dyes by building artisan districts on them. Artisan districts are something you have to research, which is this one here, right at the start of the tech tree under calendar. So once you have calendar, you build an artisan's district on top of it. As long as it's in land you own or claim. You can do it in claimed territories too. Then you will get that access to dyes. And each copy of a luxury will add bonuses to your civilization. So for every copy of dyes, we will gain +5 industry and +4 stability. So seeing here there are 5 sets of dyes means that we're going to get 25 industry and 20 stability if we controlled all of those and had them built up properly. The next one down, which you can see is the wondrous effects on all cities, industry per die, stability per die. Those you need the technology patronage, which is a early modern technology, and you have to control a certain number of those resources in the entire world. So for dies you need to control 4 of them. Considering there are 5 right here, you have a pretty darn good chance of controlling all 4 of the 8 that you require to get the manufactory, and then when you have the manufactory you get the wondrous effects as well. And again, that's on per copy. Then the final type of resource is the strategic resource, which we can't see. Oh no, there's one. Which is the copper. And on copper and stuff like that, it's again artisan districts. So it's the same technology from calendar. You put one of those on top of it and then you start collecting copper. There are no builders in this. It's all about construction, which you can do from the city itself. One thing I will point out is some districts are able to collect multiple types of resources. So for example here, the astronomy house, under resource exploitation we can see food and science, which means that the astronomy house will be able to grab the food and the science from these tiles as opposed to just food like a farmer's quarter. Does that make sense? Is this better than Civ 6? I mean, it's really difficult to say, is it better? It's a good competitor for it, sure. I always dislike saying this is outright better. It's a different game.